Stay in the grind because they've been there. With access to cutting-edge equipment and recovery techniques, you won't just heal, you'll come back stronger. Visit irgpt.com, irgpt.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Planning a road trip? Plan a visit to Bucky's Complete Auto Repair for oil changes, brakes, AC repair, and factory maintenance. No appointment needed, and financing is available. Visit buckys.com.
Hey there, Lori from Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation. Want to keep your home happy and prevent roof water damage? The answer is gutters. So if you're looking for gutter installation, cleaning, gutter guards, or repair, Guardian is here to the rescue. With Guardian's exclusive gutter and gutter protection systems, we are able to provide our own 30-year no-clog guarantee on all gutter systems we install. Call today and get $250 off a gutter guard installation or visit us at guardianroofing.com.
Welcome back to the show. I think Spike and I are going to have a difference of opinion on this one, which is fun sometimes.
It may be.
I like
it.
it.
May be. I think we may be in agreement. What do you tell us the story?
Let me give you the facts, then we can get into the opinion part. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, has announced that they have 6 additional states who have signed up to exclude certain junk food items from SNAP eligibility. SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Some states will ban drinks with less than 50% natural juice from being purchased using SNAP benefits. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said, for years, SNAP has used taxpayer dollars to fund soda and candy, products that fuel America's diabetes and chronic disease epidemics. These waivers help put real food back at the center of the program and empower states to lead the charge in protecting public health. I think this makes total sense, and I like it. Spike, tell me why I'm wrong.
I love this program.
Or you love it.
I love this program.
Oh, you love it. Great.
I love big government telling me what I can and can't do. I love it.
I feel like you're being facetious right now.
No, it's. I said this is a real conundrum for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not about government overreach. I'm not about government telling people how to live their lives. But when you're talking about resources that help keep children from going hungry, I think it's 1 in 5 American children under 17 benefit from the SNAP program. 1 in 5. They've had recent cuts to SNAP benefits that were part of the big, beautiful bill. I'm not going to debate the merits or deterrence of that. But if you've got the government subsidizing food for families, I don't think that foods that are patently unhealthy, we're talking about candy, sugary drinks, junk food. I don't think federal money should be spent on that.
We agree on this.
And I'm with you. And it feels weird.
The states can decide whether or not they want to enforce these rules.
Right. So far, as you said, 6 states added their names to the list of ones. They seek the right. Because these programs are administered through the states.
Yes.
They're funded by the federal government.
Yes.
So far, only 12 states have asked for this exemption of SNAP benefits being used to purchase various items. You already can't buy things with, you can't buy alcohol with SNAP.
Can't buy alcohol.
Can't buy tobacco products.
Cigarettes.
Here's one thing. Got a couple issues with this.
Okay.
I'm all for banning junk food and candy and sodas with SNAP money.
Great.
You can't buy prepared foods with SNAP money.
Which are typically unhealthy foods.
Well, you can't buy a whole prepared chicken at the grocery store, which sometimes is more economical than buying a chicken and taking home and all the things it takes to prepare a chicken for your family.
How do you feel about fast food?
Fast food, fast food, I'm with you. You probably shouldn't. It's not a healthy choice. But that's a great point because there are often times where it is more economical to feed a family with fast food than it is to buy and prepare a meal for your family.
So Washington State already has a ton of regulations on this.
Yeah.
Through the EBT, the Electronic Benefits Transfer Card. Here's what you can they're already telling you what you can and can't purchase. EBT cards can be used to purchase specific food items such as bread, cereals, fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, poultry, dairy products.
Sure.
Seeds and plants for home gardening, which is great.
Yeah.
You cannot use it to buy prepared hot foods,
right.
Household supplies,
right.
vitamins, medicines, alcohol, or cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a food program.
It's a food program, and it's trying to encourage healthy, nutritional food.
Yeah, I'm with them.
So I think this makes total. I'm happy to see that we agree on this one.
I tell you what though. I think it's, and pardon the ironic pun, I think it's low hanging fruit.
That's what they would like. They would like it. They would like more low hanging fruit.
Go eat some low hanging fruit.
Yes.
No, I say you're going after the families who are buying food that they deem unhealthy.
Well, no, in this case,
with federal dollars,
they found that the number one item purchased by SNAP beneficiaries was sugary drinks.
Yeah.
The number one item.
Yeah. Sodas.
Either
Gatorade.
High fructose. Corn syrup.
Yeah. But
juices with high sugars. Think about that. The number one item. More money on SNAP is being spent on anywhere else on soda.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And we're on the same page. But
so that makes total sense to me.
When I say this is going after the people who are spending the SNAP benefits, that's low-hanging fruit.
I don't think it's going after them, though.
You want to make America, you're asking them to make better choices. You're requiring in these 12 states that they make better choices.
No, Washington already requires that beneficiaries do the same thing. So it's not the Trump government doing this. This is what every state does.
These are states doing it. No, I hear you. If you want to make America healthier, stop subsidizing the high fructose corn syrup industry.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, don't go after the families. It's great to give these families healthier requirements.
Also, go watch The Informant.
Yeah,
that's a good movie with Matt Damon.
Quit coddling Iowa. We pay corn farmers with federal money to just raise corn so we can turn in the high fructose corn syrup.
This is another thing that I would say real fast, and it's going to seem cold-hearted, but it's not. You're saying that you shouldn't be telling these people what they can and can't eat in a lot of cases.
A lot of cases.
But these people are coming to us and saying, we want your money to pay for our stuff. So there is some...
No, I get you.
You
want me to pay for your food? Here's what I want that money spent on.
It's not stopping you from buying these things. You just have to use your own money to do it.
Yeah, that's how they get cigarettes and alcohol. I get it.
Exactly.
They're still drinking and smoking.
Yeah, there you go.
They find money for that.
Speaking of smoking, we have a crazy story on smoking. We're going to get into it coming back. You would not believe how many cigarettes that are smoked in Washington State are bootleg cigarettes.
I'm going to guess 4 of them.
This is a shocking number. You
4
will be shocked.
cigarettes, I'm going to guess.
And why is it all bootlegged? We'll tell you next.
Than that?
Yep, it's more than 4. It's more than 4. Believe it or not. Stick around. Be right back.
Yikey Wawa.
What?
My hot water.
Yeah?
Not so hot.
Water heater trouble?
It's not working.
We can fix that.
This week?
How about today?
Apollo Plumbing really is ready right now.
Especially when it comes to water heater replacement.
Think I need a new one?
Is it more than 10 years old?
It is.
Probably so.
Doesn't heat like it used to.
It runs out?
All the time.
That's a warning sign.
Uh-oh.
So are little leaks.
But Apollo can get me a new one?
Installed today by our clean screen trained and trusted plumbers. They're water heater experts.
But I probably got to pay a rush fee.
No extra charge.
You make this too easy.
We'll even haul off the old one.
A new water heater.
Same day. That's the Apollo Plumbing way.
This is going to get my budget in hot water.
Got you covered there too.
How?
Our available payment plans.
I don't have to wait?
Or take cold showers.
You are a lifesaver.
Call us this morning. You'll have hot water today.
That's the Apollo Plumbing way.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey golf fans, Jordan Babineau here. Get ready for an unforgettable weekend at the 2025 Boeing Classic. Come see Masters champions and Hall of Fame golfers battle it out at the club at Snoqualmie Ridge, August 8th through the 10th. Bring the whole family and check out Seahawks Village, packed with fun for all ages. Plus, celebrate 20 years of the Boeing Classic, supporting the Benaroya Research Institute at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. It's more than just golf. It's an experience you won't want to miss. August 8th through the 10th. Tickets start at just $20 and kids get in free. Visit BoeingClassic.com for more.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news.
A minimum wage increase proposal is moving forward in unincorporated King County.
KIRO News Radio.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement? Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Sound Path Through Retirement, with Ben Koval and Matt Leibarger. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 10 a.m. and noon on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
Looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The Trump administration is seeking another huge settlement from a university, $1 billion, as Michael Toscano reports.
The settlement offer is focused on federal claims of anti-Semitism on the campus of UCLA, the University of California, Los Angeles. In return, the Trump administration would release $584 million in frozen federal grant funding. The proposal reportedly asks the university to pay $172 million into a fund for Jewish students and others allegedly affected by violations of the Civil Rights Act.
There is condemnation of Israel's decision to widen the war in Gaza. CBS's Deborah Patta in Jerusalem.
In Gaza, there was stunned disbelief and despair. Netanyahu's war expansion begins with seizing Gaza City, where hundreds of thousands of Palestinians have been ordered to evacuate.
The timing of the operation remains unclear. Mediators Egypt and Qatar, meanwhile, are working on a new framework for a ceasefire agreement. President Trump is hosting the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan at the White House. It's meant to end decades of conflict in the South Caucasus region. CBS's Olivia Gazis.
Both the Russians and the United States and Europeans have tried to hold that conflict at an uneasy stasis. And what is being signed at the White House today is not a formal peace treaty, but a roadmap to a peace accord.
The Justice Department has subpoenaed New York Attorney General Letitia James James over her investigation into President Trump's personal business dealings. CBS's Jake Rosen.
We already knew that Letitia James was under investigation for alleged mortgage fraud. We reported that back in May when the Department of Justice and Trump administration launched this investigation into that aspect of James's personal dealings. Now the Department of Justice has made it about her going after President Trump and his allies.
Chris Fox has the latest on the Texas redistricting drama.
The roll has been called and a quorum has not been established.
Texas State House Speaker Dustin Burrows. It's day 5 of the Texas Democrats' quorum break to block a vote on the congressional map that's designed to flip as many as 5 seats to the Republicans.
Attorney General Ken Paxton and I took action to domesticate the civil arrest warrants in the state of Illinois, seeking to make them enforceable beyond Texas state lines.
The FBI is also assisting in the effort to return the Democrats, and now those breaking quorum can only receive their paychecks at the state capitol.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent will now serve as acting IRS commissioner. Current Commissioner Billy Long is out due to an expected ambassadorship. On Wall Street today, stocks finished higher. The Dow Jones Industrials up 206 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A deadly officer-involved shooting in Bellevue. Details coming up. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. A crash is blocking a lane on I-405 southbound near State Route 527. You are backed up through Bothell. You're slow southbound along JBLM from the Lewis Army Museum up to State Route 512. Travel time Tacoma to Olympia is an hour and a half. US 2 bogs down near the fairgrounds and again through Sultan. And you have 2 lanes closed northbound on I-5 near the Ship Canal Bridge. So the express lanes have been open all morning northbound, slowing your southbound commute. Travel time Alderwood to South Center on I-405 is about 15 minutes longer than usual. Linwood to Seattle on I-5 is on time. Traffic brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. A man is dead after a confrontation with police in Bellevue. Police say they got a 911 call last night about a man with a sword. Bellevue police spokesman Drew Anderson told online crime reporter Steve Hickey that man went back inside his house and started shooting at other homes and at police.
We deployed SWAT as well as other units, including our CRT unit, which is our crisis response team.
He says after hours of trying to de-escalate, a sniper was brought in. The suspect was found dead inside the home. An outside agency is investigating the shooting. 2 men and a 17-year-old girl have been arrested in a Wednesday attack in Seattle's Pioneer Square.
First responders found a 42-year-old man bleeding from his head. His shoes, phone, and wallet were stolen. Here's Casey McNerney with the King County Prosecutor's Office.
Officers described it as an especially brutal attack.
The 2 men are held in the King County Jail. The girl was released on electronic home monitoring. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Police say cameras positioned in the city's crime hotspots help them nab those suspects quickly. Tacoma is testing artificial intelligence to improve recycling. The city's new pilot program uses smart cameras to spot contamination in curbside bins. If it's found, customers will get postcards with tips. They won't face any fines or penalties during the 2-year trial. Ichiro Suzuki is set to have his iconic number 51 retired by the Seattle Mariners Saturday. He was inducted into Baseball Hall of Fame last month.
When I showed up at the camp each spring, my arm was already in shape, waiting for Mariners broadcaster Rick Ritz to say, "Holy smoke! A laser beam strike from Ichiro!"
Oh, my phone blew up after that. It's so funny. I can't believe he did that. I was thrilled and honored and shocked.
Riz on Seattle's Morning News. Well, until the 15th, night owls, you will be treated to a show in the sky, the Perseids meteor shower. Meteorologist Ted Beener says the weather is expected to cooperate.
The best time to see the surge of meteors in the night sky is between midnight and dawn. No special equipment is needed. Just find a wide open sky and even better, away from city lights.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly sunny skies today with highs in the mid-70s. It's 70 right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News. It's the all-new Jake and Spike Show on KIRO Newsradio.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour already down. Very fast hour down. 2 hours to go. Lots of great stories to talk about. I saw the story, Spike, about taxes. I'm always interested in taxes in our state. The older I get, the more I seem to care about them. I'm sure you've experienced the same.
Exactly right.
When you're young, you don't really think about it. You just kind of accept them. And then as you get older and you have to start paying more and more money, it starts hurting a lot more.
Well, when you're younger, I think, it's my perspective on life, you feel like you are indestructible. And you also feel that way about your budget.
Sure.
When you're young.
Well,
you don't have long-term plans. You don't have other commitments, responsibilities.
The scope is small.
Right.
You want to go out on. You want to go out on the weekend.
Have I got enough money to have fun?
100%.
Boom. That's it.
As soon as you start getting into house territory, and as soon as you start seeing how much they're stealing from you in property taxes, that's what really broke me. Honestly.
Really, your property tax number?
It was when my property. It's when I 5-6 years ago now when we bought our first house.
Okay.
It was seeing the property taxes and going like, wait a minute, I thought I bought this house. Why am I paying rent on this land that I purchased?
Yeah.
And when you see how much money, by the time like most home loans are 30 years, it's average.
Yeah.
You see how much money you're going to pay?
I don't look. I can't look.
In property taxes by the end of the time that you've reached 30 years and beyond?
Yeah.
Blah. All right. So I saw this story. This doesn't really affect me because I'm not a cigarette smoker, but I know that. So I'm always actually surprised at how many people I still see smoking cigarettes.
Me too.
Because I feel like we all got the memo that it's very bad for you. But it looks, I will say this. It does look pretty cool.
It's a pretty cool looking thing.
Like when you see it in movies.
Sure.
I don't even think do they still put it in movies?
Yeah.
If it's not a period piece? Like when's the last time you saw somebody smoking a cigarette in a sexy way?
Oh, that's a great
modern movie?
Call. I don't know. I think it is. When I have seen it in movies of late, but you're right, they're period pieces.
They're period pieces. When you can make the argument that, they didn't know any better back then, or it was a different time.
Yeah, 4 to 5 doctors said it was great.
Yeah.
Keeps the birth weight down, they told my mom.
And it did.
Unfortunately.
It did. So yeah, it's you just don't see it in movies anymore. But when they show it, but when you watch them in Once Upon a Time in L.A.
Oh yeah.
Is it L.A. or Hollywood? Whatever.
Hollywood,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Any of these old movies, you see these guys smoking, and you just go like, that's like a cool different time. But modern time, they don't show it modern times because it's not cool, and it's very damaging to you. Anyway, people are still smoking a lot in Washington. We have a lot of taxes. We have a lot of vice taxes in Washington, and they heavily tax cigarettes in our state. And one of the unintended consequences is that they are actually propping up a black market of people who are smuggling cigarettes in. We often talk about gas. Like gas is another comparable one. Gas is heavily taxed in our state. We're one of the highest tax states for gasoline. If you go across the border into Idaho, where it's taxed way less,
or Oregon,
or even Oregon,
yeah.
where it's significantly less, not as much as
Idaho,
but significantly less. You sit there and you go like, boy, I can make a killing if I just had a big truck and I fill it with gas and I went and sold it in Washington. Can't do that. It's not legal to do that. And it would be a little more obvious than sneaking cigarettes in. But it's the same kind of deal with cigarettes. So they're buying cigarettes out of the market, out of the Washington market.
Oh, I'm getting it.
And they're bringing it into Washington. And I believe Washington is, I think we're the 5th most trafficked cigarette state because of our taxes. And a third of all of the cigarettes smoked in Washington state, according to this story from, who put together this study? The McKinney Center for Public Policy. Estimated cigarette smuggling rates in each U.S. state and the District of Columbia. The most recent report was using data from 2023. It shows a strong positive correlation between cigarette smuggling and tax rates across the country in the various states. And they have all the different states that shows you how much they're being taxed and then how much is being smuggled in. Not snuggled in. Maybe it's snuggled in.
They really love their cigarettes.
So state tax cents per pack in Washington. State tax is 302.5 cents per pack. the smuggling rate in Washington is 35% of all cigarettes.
Wow.
In the state. So about a third are bootleg, black market cigarettes.
Over
Just
the
like
border, brought in.
over the border.
Yeah,
Or counterfeit cigarettes that don't go through the same process.
Okay, that tax stamp. Have your tax stamp on there.
Yeah,
You bet.
from China.
Okay,
They're coming in from China. Listen to this. This is an interesting part
They're
of the
not being
article.
carried across the border illegally in southern United States, and have mules bringing over big.
They're
cartons.
probably just being. I don't know how they're getting
I'm
in.
sorry, I'm making a bad joke.
It might be on backpacks from Canadians.
Mules carrying,
Might be
backpacks and mules.
With all
Like
this
coffee
terror.
on one side, tobacco on the other.
There you go.
Bring it.
Listen to this. Many of these illicit cigarettes are smuggled in from China, where an estimated 400 billion counterfeit cigarettes are produced annually. Counterfeit cigarettes are often more dangerous, containing toxic heavy metals and other contaminants, and some of the billions of dollars moved through cigarette smuggling internationally fund terrorism.
Okay.
Which is crazy. And then here's the last thing. Foregone revenue. Because we're taxed so highly and a third of all cigarettes are now being purchased outside of the state.
That's a good number.
So this is the money that Washington State is losing
Missing out on.
every single year because they're taxing cigarettes too high.
Right.
$152 million.
Wow.
152, 139, 921. That's very specific. I don't know how they got the
They
921.
really got that dialed in.
In California is the number one most taxed cigarette and also the number one most smuggled cigarette.
Yeah.
More than half of all cigarettes smoked in California are smuggled in from other states or other countries.
From overseas, yeah.
They're losing $1.4 billion in revenue annually.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? And the point of these vice taxes is, one, to discourage the behavior, and two,
I'm all for those, by the way.
people love their cigarettes who love them, and they're going to pay whatever price.
They love them to death. And
They do love them
not
to
to be
death.
a pun, but I am all for
It's a
these
good
taxes. I hope that this is the last generation that smokes.
It won't be.
I
but
really do.
It's a noble hope, but it won't be.
It's. I can't believe cigarettes are even still legal. And I'm not about the government telling you what to do and not do, but the reason that they're taxed so heavily is because,
As you say that, that's
as
funny.
I say that,
Yeah.
there are certain things that people shouldn't be doing themselves. And if you have to, the burned lung teaches best.
Yeah.
In this case, I love it. You want to know how to eliminate this smuggling? I got a brilliant idea. I think. Anyway.
Hear it? Yeah.
When you catch somebody at the border smuggling cigarettes, make them smoke everyone.
Yes.
Everyone.
That's perfect.
They call it mild man method.
That's the cigar method.
Right there. Smoke them all,
Yeah.
buddy.
Go in the closet and smoke every
them
one
up,
of those
buddy.
cigars
Every one
right
of
now.
them. Till you're done. Till you puke. They'll never smuggle again.
They'll never smuggle it again.
I don't know if it's going to work or not. But.
Or they might go, ugh, this is great.
I hadn't tried these. I was only in it for the money. But these are fabulous.
I don't recommend it, but now I'm seeing why people love these so much.
So the two states that aren't in the mix of smuggling, the lowest, almost zero, Virginia, of course.
Okay.
Right? Because Virginia, I think the state vegetable is tobacco in Virginia.
They
it's
do a
still
lot
like
of-
one of the number one
it's their big
producers.
industry
The
there.
Carolinas. Yeah.
Like we don't get a lot of apple smuggling in Washington State for the same reason.
No, exactly right. No, I just, you know what? I never smoked in my life.
Yeah, smoking was never...
Never had the urge, never got the bug.
I do enjoy cigars from time to time.
I had a period where I was a cigar fan.
Yeah. I like it. For me, it's more of the ritual process of
exactly.
it. It's not as much like the smoke part of it. And cigars are different, obviously. You're not inhaling those.
There's a real there's an addiction issue, and not just, but there's a stimulation issue of nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
I know people who take nicotine pills, supplements or whatnot.
Yeah, they got the Zyn, right?
Yeah,
Is the Zyn a little nicotine
and
thing?
they can get some prescribed nicotine supplements from a doctor. Oftentimes to try to quit smoking.
Sure.
Because that addictive quality
Well, that's
of
the
nicotine.
vaping idea. So you're supposed to. That's like a better, it's
a healthier way to feed
healthier
your
way to
addiction.
get that addiction than the smoking. If I'm going to choose one of the two, I would rather do the vaping.
It's funny though how we have different. I mean, there's these. I know how we feel about, and you feel, and I feel kind of the same way about these programs where you provide safe drugs for addicts to use till they quit their addiction.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But this is the same thing. If you're giving people a nicotine option to keep them from smoking, isn't that kind of along the same lines?
Let me ask you this though: do you feel the same way about alcohol?
How do you mean?
Like you don't think that cigarettes should be available?
I don't at all.
Do you feel this because it's dangerous and it
Because
kills
it's dangerous,
people?
yeah.
What about alcohol?
I don't think alcohol is by nature designed to kill people. As I feel that way about tobacco.
Alcohol does impair people's judgment, And alcohol, unlike cigarette, I mean, there
You
are
say like it's a bad thing.
There are secondhand things that happen with cigarettes, but I would imagine if you were to look statistically, and I might be totally wrong on this. This is a guess.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that the secondhand effects of bad alcohol situations are worse than the secondhand effects of cigarette.
Oh.
It's like you're smoking a cigarette, and that it's not going to put you in a position where you're now crashing your car.
No, I see where you're going, and you're exactly right. I can't argue with any of that. But
I wonder if you would have the same thoughts on it. Because I'm not against cigarettes. Smoke them if you got them, if that's your thing.
Yeah.
But I am also a fan of saying, hey, you shouldn't be smoking. We shouldn't have people filling up public spaces with and smoking restaurants and stuff.
Yes.
Because then you're making that decision for me, and I don't like that.
Yes,
like that's
agreed.
I don't like smoking on airplanes. Again, you're infringing on my ability to breathe.
Have you ever been on a flight with smoking when it was allowed?
I have not. No,
I have.
It was just probably right before my time.
When I first started traveling, it was in the mid 70s. I want to say first time I was on an airplane.
Sure.
And there were still smoking sections on domestic flights.
Yeah.
Literally, like the last 3 rows of the plane were the smoking section. The seats had ashtrays in the armrests. And I'm thinking, like, how?
I feel like I remember ashtrays on armrests. Did that take a little extra time to peter out?
Yeah. Well, international flights still do this.
You can still smoke on a cigarette?
Still smoke on international flights.
Really?
At least last time this was, I'm going to say, this was probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
When I was on an international flight that had a smoke section, because it was a massive, big jumbo with the 2-level jets, the big jets with like 5 seats across the middle and 3 on each side of the. And in the back was like a semicircle of restrooms.
Oh, that's fun.
Right? So it was a lounge back there.
That's fun.
And people were smoking and drinking and hanging out on this international flight back there. But how do you keep this? You couldn't keep the smoke. Smoke was everywhere in the plane.
No, it's pervasive. It's
if
everywhere.
anybody's smoking inside a plane, everybody is smoking inside a plane.
Yeah, but again, alcohol, different situation in a plane.
You're right.
Because you're just drinking, that's affecting you. But, But, okay, so those things are reversed on a plane.
Yeah.
Like in normal life, I think alcohol
it has a way to intrude upon others. Yeah, more so than cigarettes.
It makes it dangerous in the car. The cigarettes feel like they're more personally affecting.
That's a good argument. It's a good argument, yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway, quit smuggling cigarettes in. You're costing us money.
Or go smoke them.
Losers, smoking loser criminals, you.
Also taxes. Like you're actually missing out on more money, Washington, by taxing too much. And I think this is true for all businesses too. I think they're overtaxing and then they're hurting themselves because they're overtaxing.
Well, let me ask you. Well, that's a great point. So you're saying if the tax was lesser on cigarettes,
yes,
we pay an average $12 plus $12 plus a pack, almost $4, which is taxes.
Revenue left on the table because people are seeking third or secondary market options. They're leaving $152 million on the table. So whatever tax they're collecting, you could lessen that amount, and people would spend more on cigarettes. Regulated by what?
Smuggle them if they were
smuggle them in.
They were they have to be $2 less.
I don't know what the exact amount.
I mean, you got to thread the needle there to try to figure out what's the tipping point of
put a tax on it. That's fine. But like we have another story here. Washington voters are going to get a vote on a new B&O tax, business and occupation tax.
Yeah.
So this would be something that I think. So the let's see, what is this? Downtown Seattle Association. They're very much openly against this proposal, saying it's going to hurt downtown Seattle's revitalization efforts.
Which I agree. People are going to smuggle business in instead of doing it here?
No, I think they're going to smuggle their businesses to other places that are more tax friendly.
No smuggle. They're just going to wave goodbye as they take their business elsewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. I think they're going to say, hey, you know what's great?
Yeah.
Bellevue. It's nice.
No, they're already
clean.
saying it.
They're not pooping on our buildings.
Yeah.
People aren't outside going to the bathroom on us, and they're not taxing us for the pleasure. So I do think that this is going to be. Now this is up to the voters. I think unanimously, Seattle City Council, Bruce Harrell, all these, they're going to, it's going to sent to the voters November 5th, general election. But yeah, this is like Seattle is a very heavily taxed business climate already. It's very difficult to do business in Seattle. Yeah, we've talked about this.
But it's also, they're not, 90% of the businesses in town won't be subject to this new tax. It's like the largest 10%.
They're targeting the larger companies.
Yeah. But
larger companies might just say, hey, you know what? Forget it. Why am I covering all this cost? They're trying to make up. The city has a $140 million revenue shortfall. And what they're trying to accomplish with this tax, they say, they're trying to, where is this here? We can ensure critical city services are maintained despite the challenges of our budget. Or the Trump administration presents, says Mercedes Rink, who spoke at the special city council meeting. This was on Monday. So they're saying that they need all this extra money and they should get it from the bigger of the businesses in Seattle.
Do you think there's any credibility to that large businesses who profit from doing business make a ton of money? Should they kick a little bit back to the city to help maintain the city?
They already do that, though, by providing really good jobs for people in the city. They also keep areas clean. Look what we just had that story the other day about Joanne Fabrics. Went out of business, and what happened?
That guy wouldn't be subjected to this tax. But I hear what you're saying, though.
No, but you know
you
what?
make it hard to do business. Businesses leave.
But if Joanne Fabrics owns 14 locations and they have enough people, they would qualify for this tax.
Yeah.
And they might decide, hey, you know what? This is hurting our overall bottom line. We can't afford this. Let's get out. Then those businesses become vacant. And then those businesses, just like the one in Ballard or wherever it was, 15 to 20 homeless people move in, start shooting up drugs all over the place.
Yeah.
It's just a doom loop spiral. So, yeah, I don't think that businesses should be... Here's what I think. I think City Seattle made some financial mistakes, and they got themselves into a hole, and now they're trying to dig themselves out. They're not even trying to dig themselves out of a hole.
No, they're trying to reach in the pocket of their neighbors to pay the bill.
So I understand why business owners would be upset by that. Like, if the city's not managing their money properly... Do you think throwing good money after bad is always a good idea? No.
No, of course not. But let me ask you this. Do you think it's wise to let the population, should this be up to public vote? Do you think, hold on, let me, okay.
It is.
And do you think that people who aren't going to be affected by this tax, people who don't own these businesses, they're the ones who decide if it's okay to take somebody else's money?
That's our system. So, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They're going to be able to vote on it. I think that's totally fine. And I'm hoping that they turn it down and they realize that we're going to chase business away.
Get your 8-ball out, magic 8-ball out. Is this going to pass or fail? Well, the city of Seattle...
It will pass, guaranteed.
The city of Seattle will vote to take somebody else's money to solve our problems.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're against it.
I'm against it.
But you're okay that people vote for it. If the will of the voters say do it, that's what we'll do.
If the will of the voters say do it, that's what's going to happen in Seattle. I don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. Okay. And the businesses will move out of Seattle. And maybe they'll move up into my neighborhood in Snohomish County, and I'll have more options where the taxes aren't so oppressive.
I mean, I guess what I'm asking is, should this be put to the public vote?
Well, it is.
I know it is, but should it be? You could decide this by city council decree or by a state law.
But they don't want to. Because then...
They don't want it on their hands.
They don't want it on their hands.
Okay.
They want to be able to say, well, we put it to the voters.
That's what the people have spoken.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But it will be on their hands if they decide to do it. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope that voters turn it down, and I hope that they don't hurt these businesses because they're already shouldering a great deal of the burden. What are we talking about? Oh, this is wild. I'm so excited to show you guys these. This is fun. There's a new AI thing where you can just create the most amazing things. And it leads to a larger conversation, I think, about how I'm simultaneously very impressed and in awe of what AI can do.
It was jaw-droppingly amazing.
And it scares the hell out of me.
Okay. Ooh.
For very specific reasons. And it all played out in my house last night in the span of 55 minutes, less than an hour. It all played out in my house.
Perfect.
So I'm going to play you guys when we come back. Get on YouTube right now. Watch Jake and Spike, or on YouTube, search KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM. Click on the Jake and Spike live link.
If you give me 30 seconds, you can text AI to 888-973-5476. Just give me 1 minute once we go to break.
In 1 minute during the break, I want you to text AI, just those two letters, AI, to 888-973-5476. We're going to send you a link to watch us live. We're going to play some of these videos for you. And the reaction that my kids had to him is wild.
The reaction I had to him.
The reaction you had to him.
It was jaw-dropping.
It's jaw-dropping.
Yep. Boom.
All right. We'll be right back. AI, 888-973-5476. Be right back.
KIRO News Radio, the Northwest's trusted news source.
Get the latest from KIRO News Radio's James Lynch.
It happened Wednesday morning just after 6 o'clock.
Experienced voices you trust.
Several people hurt after a violent Saturday in Pierce County.
Coverage you depend on.
More from KIRO News Radio's Matt Markovich.
It's as close to a veto warning as you could possibly get.
KIRO News Radio. We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
Hey, Spike O'Neill here with Dr. Matthew Sharp, owner of Sharp Vision Modern LASIK and Lens. Dr. Sharp, I keep getting questions from our listeners. When's the right time to have this procedure? My eyes are changing. Should I wait until they're done changing?
Well, I always tell patients, do it now. Don't wait, whatever age you are. And that's part of the mission of Sharp Vision, is that whatever age you are, whatever prescription you have, we try to find a procedure that works for you. When you're young, LASIK and PRK are great procedures. As we get older, the refractive lens exchange becomes more appealing because that can fix whatever glasses prescription, whether you're farsighted, nearsighted, or have astigmatism, and it fixes it permanently so you don't develop cataracts, and it allows you to see near without glasses.
Do what I did. Schedule a consultation to learn everything you need to know from the best Sharp Vision Modern LASIK and Lens. 425-451-2020 or go online to sharp-vision.com. That's sharp with an E-vision.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from tax lien code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliiencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing to rush. No commute, no emails, no boss. Just coffee, sunlight, and the freedom to choose. That's the power of tax lien investing. It's been around for over 200 years, used by banks, hedge funds, and the wealthy. And now, finally, it's being taught right here in Seattle. It's secure, predictable, passive income backed by real estate and mandated by state law. And it pays you, sometimes 15 to 35% returns. You don't need to own property. You just need to see how it works and how to do it right. We've taught over 100,000 students, and we'll teach you for free at a live masterclass right here in Seattle. If you're ready to start building real wealth through tax lien investing, this is it. Text LEARN to 26022 to reserve your free seat. That's LEARN to 26022. But hurry, seats are limited. Text LEARN to 26022.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the Luxe Staples Insider Swear By, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earned.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Care Partners Senior Living is growing. Amanda here. We are very excited to introduce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, and North Creek Bothell, bringing compassionate, quality care at an affordable price, closer to more of you. Visit carepartnersliving.com today.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Now that Seattle made the Justice Department's list of sanctuary jurisdictions, some city leaders say they're worried about a cut in federal funding. Here's KIRO News Radio's Frank Lindsay.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says sanctuary policies impede law enforcement and put American citizens at risk by design. Cities and states that don't comply with federal immigration policy may lose funding. Seattle City Council member Bob Kettle is concerned about that, especially when it comes to Medicaid.
We need to be button in essentially a tiger team to work these things and really push to ensure that the Medicaid system that we have is viable moving forward.
He spoke with Seattle's Morning News. Federal dollars make up nearly a third of Washington's budget. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Both Seattle and Washington State made that list of 35 so-called sanctuary jurisdictions. The commander of the 1970 Apollo 13 mission has died.
I'm Peter King. It was April 13th, 1970.
And it looks to me, looking out the hatch, that we are bending something.
What Jim Lovell saw was Apollo 13's air supply leaking into space.
We had an oxygen tank that blew up.
Instead of landing on the moon, they had to swing around its backside to get home while using their lunar module as a lifeboat.
This accident was much like playing solitaire. And you pull up a card, each card was a crisis.
The crises were faced and fixed one by one, thanks to mission control and the Apollo 13 crew's experience. Peter King, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
James Lovell was 97. Now to the closing bell reports. Cannabis sales are on a come down. Numbers from the Washington Department of Revenue show they've dropped every year since 2021. Liquor and Cannabis Board says there's just too much supply out there. Shops say they're still busy, but customers are spending less overall. Wall Street closes out a winning week with a rally. Tech stocks powering the NASDAQ to a fresh record high, led by Apple surging higher for a third straight day. That followed the company's commitment to invest another $100 billion to U.S. manufacturing. Both the NASDAQ and Dow gained 207 points at the close. S&P added another 50 points. Now to the real-time traffic desk. This report is brought to you by Seattle Sports, and it is slow going in a lot of spots on the map right now. A lot of red out there. No crashes blocking you right now, just construction and volume at this hour. Looking at about a 50-minute drive now from Linwood to Seattle. 1 hour Seattle to Everett. This is all, of course, because of the Revive I-5 slowdowns on the Ship Canal Bridge. 2 lanes closed there. You are very thick starting at around Mercer Streets. Also thick into downtown Seattle, starting around the north end of Boeing Field. It's coming to Olympia. Hour and a half, heavy through JBLM, and then again approaching Olympia. Bellevue to Renton, about a 30-minute drive, just elevated pretty much across the map. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. Weather report now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly clear this afternoon. Highs in the mid-70s. Right now, 70 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. I really want you guys to... Spike, what are you laughing about? I want to know.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
All right. Are you reading that thing I sent you?
Yes.
Okay. Good. I'll read it to the audience here in just a second. It's totally true, though, right?
It is. That's why it's funny.
That's why it's funny. All right. Text us right now. I'm going to show you guys some crazy AI stuff that I made last night. This should not be a thing that we all have access to, but it is. Taking up way too much time. And it also, I think, is scary for some reasons that we will discuss in just a second.
Okay.
But text us right now, 888-973-5476. If you text us AI, that's 2 letters. I'll let you spell it. But if you text us AI, then we will automatically send you back a link so you can join us to watch live with us. And while you do that, so you can get set up to watch what I created in seconds, I will give you the background of how I stumbled upon this. I'm on X. I get a lot of stuff on X, formerly Twitter. And one of the things that they released is X has their AI companion creator thing is called Grok, G-R-O-K, Grok. I don't know how they came up with that name, but it's Grok. And Grok had this new feature that I don't know if it came out yesterday. That's when it popped up on my radar, Grok Imagine. And the cool thing that you can do in Grok Imagine is you can go in there and you can give it like prompts. Like I could type in, like I want to see Abraham Lincoln drinking a cup of coffee or whatever. And it will create images for you. Or you can also input pictures that you have taken in your real life, single still images, and you can animate those things. And it blew my mind, and it really, honestly, as I was seeing it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because it felt to me like what people must have felt like when Alexander Graham Bell introduced the telephone. And this new technology was instantly in our world and part of our world that we didn't even really know yet how to utilize best and how to handle. It was just available to us. So with the telephone, you hear recordings of like the first recorded message, this first telephone call. It's like, hello, I am speaking on a telephone. And they're talking and they seem almost like simple-minded or something.
Watson, come here.
Exactly.
I need you.
Exactly.
First thing ever said on the telephone.
First thing ever said. And yet what technology became, all based on that incredible moment in history. And then I'm not trying to like overstate this, but as I was using this yesterday, and I'll play you some stuff here, I was like, where does this take us? Like if if somebody's like in animation or in any creative field visually, instantly you go, why did I spend my life getting good at this? Because it's instantly available through AI.
Oh, don't kid yourself that it's the creative world.
Not just creative world.
I mean, seriously, imagine you went to school to become a legal assistant.
Yeah.
Right? Or work in records.
That job's going to be done.
Gone. I have a machine that can do that for free in 2 seconds.
Yeah, and not make any of the mistakes.
Right.
So okay, let's just jump right into this. My father-in-law he's no longer with us, but he is a beautiful watercolor painter, And we
Is
have
that the window from his house?
No, that's a beautiful watercolor paint. He had this, we have these watercolors all over our house that he painted. And this was one of them. And I just started simple. I took a picture of the watercolor and I was like, hey, let's see what AI does to animate this. And as you can see, it animates these little tiny birds that were in the frame that he drew, just off in the distance, are now flying across. And it brought to life this painting that I've had we've had in our house now for years and look at, and suddenly it has this life to it. And it's really amazing. There's other versions of this that I didn't include where you literally start soaring over the treetops.
You're kidding me.
Toward the mountain. You're in the picture. It's like you're in like a Narnia painting or something.
AI, put Sasquatch walking through the trees.
Well, that's the thing.
Right?
You can also do that. So then I was like, all right, let's try this on something else. So I took a picture that my kids drew.
Okay.
They love Minecraft, and so they have this thing called. Have you ever heard of Chicken Jockey?
I've heard of it. I haven't. I'm not a purveyor.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of it.
That's all you need to know. Chicken Jockey.
Yeah.
So in the movie, there's this like little baby zombie in Minecraft that rides a chicken, and they call it Chicken Jockey, and all the people went nuts.
It got big when the movie came out.
It got big, became a meme.
Yeah.
So my kids are coloring that on a picture, and I took a picture of that, and just to see what AI would do to animate it. Now again, these are all based on just still images, and then look at this one here that's going to pop up. This is Chicken Jockey, and it literally jumps off the page. This chicken jockey is a baby.
This is a still photograph?
This is a still photograph, and this was AI had done this.
It looks like they're in a cage wrestling match, to be honest, with the red lines behind them like that. Looks like they're in the ring.
It's because that's what it was in the scene. They're fighting in a cage.
Your kid's a brilliant artist.
A boxing cage. So you can see at the very start of the video, there's like a half blip of what the actual photo was, and then it morphs into a real thing.
Wow.
So then, and the point of all this is
the duck.
The
chicken, excuse me.
Like the way that I was interacting with it too. At first I was like, oh, let's try a simple thing where I can see if a picture comes to life. And then we started doing other things where we're interfacing with it in a different way. And then one of my sons is like, oh, can you make these Lego characters fight each other? Because they love Star Wars and all this stuff. So look at these two Lego characters. These are we place them on the counter. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is a robot.
Yeah.
We put the robot on the desk, and
this is an inanimate toy you guys own,
yes,
right?
This is just a tiny little robot toy,
and
or a little transformer. And my son's like, "Oh, make my transformer shoot a laser at a dragon." The dragon's not really there, but it pops in the background, comes in a door. I don't even know how they're doing. Obviously, I don't know how to do it because
they take the room you've got a still picture of a toy on a table in a room, and AI through just your simple directions now has an animated dragon busting through the door and taking on the robot.
Yes, just because I said make a dragon come in and fight this robot.
This is the kind of work that used to be. You said earlier. You would go to school for 10 years. You would work in a company. You would develop your skills.
This would have been your thing that got you the job. If you wanted to go to Pixar, you went, hey, look what I created, Pixar. I made this little robot.
Well, 25 years ago,
Animate.
This was state-of-the-art computerized animation.
Yeah, this
that
would have been
revolutionized the industry 25 years ago.
Yeah, this would have been like a $500,000 million shot in a movie, and they would have been like, oh yeah, now it looks like Toys R Us.
Taking 3 years to create this, probably back then in that era, right? Of computer programming and writing code.
This is 15 seconds.
It's in your phone.
It's in my phone.
Wow.
And then I'm going to show you one more just because I found it interesting. We have this beautiful picture of my grandparents back in the 1940s. My grandpa flew a Martin B-26 Marauder in World War II.
Wow.
And so he's a young pilot. He meets my grandma. He's back on leave. They get married. They have this beautiful moment. This is them heading off on their honeymoon.
Look at
this
that.
is my grandpa and my grandma.
You look like him.
Yeah, I do look a little bit like him.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
nice.
he's
Thank
handsome, but you look a little like him.
I appreciate you saying that. That's nice.
Yeah.
So that's my grandpa Jim and my grandma Maxine, and we have this hanging in the front room of my of the entryway. And I was like, I wonder if it could animate this. Now it doesn't get it perfect, and as you can see, it starts to animate it, and look at that, it becomes real.
I saw this earlier, and it still blows your mind. Look at that. There's like a home movie of these two.
It looks like that. And the thing is, it doesn't get their faces exactly right once they start moving, so the technology still needs to advance.
Sure.
But what it's doing there really actually made me feel like something in my heart for a minute.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, I get to see my grandpa. I don't have a lot of videos of my grandpa. He passed away a long time ago.
I don't mean to. It's a beautiful film. It's a moving video.
Yeah.
Why do they always have to give him 6 fingers?
Well, he had 6 fingers.
Is that copyright?
He was a 6-fingered man.
You're kidding me.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I thought it was an AI copyright thing.
Do you remember?
We have to give everybody 6 fingers. Sorry, it's just.
Yeah, just so we.
Yeah.
What's the thing that'll give us away that we're AI? Do you remember in the movie Harry Potter? Did you guys watch those movies, Harry Potter?
You bet.
Do you remember where he starts? You brought this up earlier, Laura, but do you remember he's like staring at that mirror that shows you your deepest heart's desire, and he just wants to be close to his family? Do you remember that?
The Mirror of Erised, that was called.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And he gets lost in it. He can't stop looking.
He can't stop looking.
I think it's Dumbledore who has to come
and pull him out.
Pull a curtain over it.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, this isn't reality. Like, you've still got a life to live, and you can't just be staring. And as we were making all these yesterday, I was thinking in my head, like, I can see how this is going to be very, very, like, I've already felt cautious against it, but I can see how this is going to be all enveloping, dangerous for people who will get lost in this fantasy world that's not reality.
Oh, yeah. You've already got your stories to be with AI girlfriends.
Yeah.
Chatting. Now imagine you've got a video talking, interacting with you. Beautiful.
In real time.
Anything you want. Telling you anything you want to be told.
Dangerous.
Oh, man.
And then my kids, I know we got to take a break, but then my kids were like, animate this, animate that. I'm like, well, you can do it in your head. Like, this is a toy. You should be having fun with this, even if it's not.
You animate it.
You
Take
animate
it outside.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so within like an hour, they were like, this toy's boring because I can't animate it. And I'm like, all right, this is done. We're done with this.
Oh, boy.
So
you can't put the genie back in the bottle. AI can, but you can't.
AI can.
Yeah.
I can't. It's a powerful weapon, but you got to use it appropriately.
Wow.
All right. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund.
The summer warehouse clearance sale is on now at Bob's Heating. We have an overstock of 2024 cooling equipment and everything must go. Save 30% on all 2024 air conditioners and heat pumps while inventory lasts. Once these units are gone, they're gone. So now is your chance to save. As temperatures start to heat up, we'll help you cool down with our summer warehouse clearance sale. Call Bob's for your free estimate today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
It's summer and there's no better time to protect your home with the help from the pros at Integrity Roofing and Construction. With years of experience in roofing and restoration, their skilled team delivers exceptional craftsmanship, whether it's a simple roof repair or a full restoration or renovation. Integrity offers free estimates and their customer satisfaction speaks for itself. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Schedule your free estimate today. Call Integrity at 206-202-ROOF. That's 206-202-ROOF or visit integrityrc.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Contractors and heavy equipment operators, get ready. The James D. Murphy Auction Company presents one of the biggest heavy equipment auctions of the summer. On the auction block, we've got 13 excavators, including a 2018 Komatsu PC-238 USLC-11, a 2015 Komatsu PC-138, and a CAT 308 mini excavator. Also up for auction, a 2020 Komatsu WA-270-8 wheel loader, a 2017 John Deere 317G skid steer, 2 backhoes, and 3 rollers. Looking for trucks? Choose from over 100 options, including a 2017 Kenworth T880 with a wet kit and 4 Vector trucks. And if you're in need of contractor's equipment, we've got a massive assortment for you to choose from. Bidding is underway now and starts closing at 10 a.m. August 14th. And don't miss your chance to preview all items August 12th through the 13th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our Marysville location. For more information, visit murphyauction.com. That's murphyauction.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-917-4635, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-917-4635. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-917-4635 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-917-4635.
Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all. Sound like your home? Then call for your free inspection.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on mynorthwest.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
All right, welcome back to the show. You guys just missed a very interesting statement on AI, or a segment on AI videos. Go back and watch it. If you're not downloading the YouTube video or watching it, you're missing out. You really should. You can actually text us. Text AI to 888-973-5476. We will send you the link to YouTube for free. We're not even going to charge you. And you just scroll backwards a little bit and you can watch it. All right. This is, I got to say, hilarious. I think this is very funny. PETA has officially responded to that viral photo of the Kraken mascot, Bowie. Do you guys remember that? The Bowie guy? We'll put it up on the video here.
Of course. He almost got eaten by a bear.
He almost got eaten by a bear.
Maybe dramatic.
A fishing trip in Alaska.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of a river, and have we decided, was it a grizzly or a brown bear?
It hasn't been determined. I haven't heard any declaration of what it was or clarification of what it was.
Side note, are those different types of bears?
Yeah, not all brown bears are grizzlies. Not all but all grizzlies are brown.
Yeah.
And it was my opinion at the time. I don't take the time to check when a bear is charging at me in a river. I'm not going to wait around and ask what kind of bear that is.
Yeah, bend over and cough.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a bear.
It's a bear.
That's all that matters. It's a bear running at you.
Yeah, it starts by wading into the stream. And I thought the bear was just trying to show off. Because here's professional guides who can't catch a fish. Bear walks in 3 seconds, comes out with a salmon in his mouth.
Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Amateur hour.
Can I just say real fast? We'll get into the PETA. PETA has an official statement, which I think is hilarious. But can you just imagine? I'm watching the video right now. It's on YouTube. If you guys are enjoying us on YouTube. The mascot had to have been thinking to this. Like, number one, they're going to be the slowest out of everybody in the party because they're wearing a ridiculous outfit. You can't see completely.
Yeah, you got 1 inch of vision directly ahead of you. Other than that, you are
75
blind.
feet away. Yeah. What might be a grizzly bear, certainly is a bear.
Who is running
at you through a river. Now, I've seen the edge. I know how this ends up working out.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you he's thinking in his head, I assume it's a he. He looks like a tall person. He's thinking in his head, he's like, oh, man, this is how I'm going to go in a Bowie outfit.
And you have to spend eternity.
I'm going to get eaten by a bear in a Bowie outfit. I wanted to accomplish, and I didn't even get a fish. Here's what PETA had to say about it. PETA sent Kraken CEO a letter asking the team, this is on mynorthwest.com, you can actually read about this, asking the team to put down the fishing poles. They said, just like Bowie, fish feel pain and fear and value their lives. Sports should only involve willing participants, and PETA is encouraging the Kraken to get cracking on kinder habits and send fishing to the penalty box. The animal rights group went on to say that they recommended an alternative to this post, and they said PETA and fishing, an alternative fishing, they recommend instead you fish for litter instead of animals.
Yeah.
Which doesn't taste as good.
The thrown away tire open.
Yes.
Up there in Alaska. That's great. So you can pull out the biggest radial.
Which tastes like
for
a white
prize
fish.
Money.
Yes. I will say this about PETA. They're consistent, and I appreciate that they must have known when they put this out that people are going to make fun of it, but they don't really care because no press is bad press.
No, that's exactly right. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Even when PETA shows that they have a brain the size of a fish to put out this statement.
Question
I think, well, go ahead.
They understand what bears do to fish, right? Did they ever send a letter to the bear?
That was my next question.
Or do they feel like, well, that's nature, and so that's there's no ethical issues because the bear is eating the fish?
Well,
but I feel like the bear is intruding into the fish's natural habitat.
It's not a fair fight. Bears got claws. Bears are huge. They have jaws.
Did they send a similar letter to the bear?
I don't think so. Probably not.
I doubt it.
I'm just, how about PETA for the people for the ethical treatment of humans? Where's the hey Kraken, stop putting your mascot in harm's way? How about How about the life of a poor promotional department underling
employee
forced to almost die in a stream?
People for the ethical treatment of mascots.
Pet him.
No,
that's not going to work. I should have thought that through. Pet him's not going to work.
Don't touch the mascots, people.
Please don't pet the mascots.
Please,
Please don't pet the mascots are allowed to pet you. Actually, no, they're not allowed to pet you either.
No, they're not.
No petting.
Not Disney.
No petting. Nobody should be petting anybody. This is not a thing you should be doing.
Have we learned nothing?
We've learned nothing. All right, bring in the bear. Eat the mascot. He's petting people.
Let nature take its course.
That's what PETA should say. Nature should take its course. All right. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Summer in the Puget Sound region. Hanging at the beach. A nice coffee on a long walk with the pooch. And so much time sitting in traffic every weekend, literally going nowhere.
We've all felt it. Big construction projects are underway across the region, and I can help you get around the big delays.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru. Get all of Sully's choke points at mynorthwest.com and the KIRO News Radio app.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summer is the time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or tan. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your very own hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. They are the team that addressed my hair loss, and I recommend them to everyone. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair's summer sales event is on for a limited time. So get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 425-449-8185. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and make the call now while their summer savings event is still on. That's 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
At Madrona Financial and CPAs, we believe there are 7 steps that must be taken in preparation for a successful retirement. Retirement needs more than just a basic income plan. Hi, Jeff here with Madrona Financial and CPAs. Don't settle for a partial plan. Get the real deal by requesting your no-cost Madrona analysis today and discover what you may be missing. Call 833-673-7373 right now to request your analysis. That's 833-673-7373.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump says he will be meeting soon with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
We'll be announcing the location in maybe a little while, and I think you'll be very happy. We'll see what happens.
Today was the deadline Trump set for Putin to agree to a deal on ending the war in Ukraine. Trump hosted the presidents of Armenia and Azerbaijan at the White House. He says after decades, they've agreed to stop fighting.
There's nothing to compete with this in terms of what we're doing today. It's just such a great achievement for these two. Really, they'll go down as great leaders for what they did.
President Trump has reportedly directed the Pentagon to begin using military forces against drug cartels deemed terrorist organizations. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
Just yesterday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said in an interview separately that the designation of drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, which we saw earlier this year, allows the United States to tap its intelligence agencies and the Department of Defense.
There has been international condemnation of Israel's decision to take control of Gaza City, but even within Israel itself, as Deborah Patta reports.
Critics say it disregards pleas from the families, IDF warnings, public sentiment, and lessons from past failures.
An appeals court today tossed out a judge's contempt finding against the administration in the deportations of immigrants to an El Salvador prison. The Justice Department has expanded its investigation into New York Attorney General Letitia James in the civil fraud investigation of the president. Legal analyst Laurie Levinson.
It is pretty unprecedented to go after a prosecutor for doing what prosecutors are supposed to do.
An advocacy group is suing the Justice Department and FBI for records on their handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Democracy Forward wants senior administration officials' communications about Epstein documents and any correspondence between Epstein and President Trump. Astronaut Jim Lovell has died. Our Peter King has a look back at his career.
Jim Lovell was the first man to fly in space 4 times, and on April 13th, 1970, these words from Apollo 13 became his most famous. An oxygen tank had exploded on the way to the moon.
O2 quantity number 2 is 0.
Somehow, in a crippled command module, the crew had to swing around the moon safely to get home. Their lunar module became a lifeboat. Lovell spoke about it in this 2015 CBS News interview.
The odds of us coming back were about 10%.
Lovell was 97. On Wall Street today, the NASDAQ ended the week at a record high. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
Coming up, a pilot who tried to turn off a plane's engines due back in court soon. But first, we go to the real-time traffic desk. This report is brought to you by Closets by Design. Got a couple issues out there. Starting on the east side, SR 18 westbound near Tiger Mountain Summit. A disabled vehicle now blocking the right lane. Got about a 2-mile backup right there. Travel times right now are not looking pretty. Approaching 1 hour now from Linwood to Seattle. Pretty heavy right now once you reach Northgate. And of course, you got the Revive I-5 works. The 2 lanes closed on the Ship Canal Bridge. 1 hour and 10 minutes right now from Seattle to Everett. At an hour from Bellevue to Everett. Tacoma to Olympia is thick, especially through JBLM. That's about an hour and a half right now. People trying to get to the beach for the weekends. And on Highway 2, a crash just west of Index eastbound, and westbound traffic is alternating. This report brought to you by Closets by Design, custom storage solutions for closets, garages, home offices, and more. Go to closetsbydesign.com to see the current specials or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to learn more.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. An off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot is expected to change his plea after he tried to turn off the engines of a plane mid-flight. The update from KIRO News Radio's James Lynch.
Joseph Emerson was in the cockpit jump seat on a flight from Everett Payne Field to San Francisco in 2023. Emerson admitted he was under the influence of magic mushrooms when he tried to cut the engines. Here's what Emerson told CBS News.
No, I had no intention of crashing an actual airplane. I wanted to wake up. I was convinced I wasn't going home to my wife and kids.
No word yet on details of the plea deal. Emerson is due back in court September 5th. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
An overnight standoff in Bellevue ends with an officer shooting at a suspect. This started at around 8 last night. Neighbors called police about a man in crisis. He was charging at someone with a sword and then started shooting an airsoft rifle. This man tells KIRO 7 TV the whole thing leaves him feeling uneasy.
You know, we go about our lives and try to pretend that, that we're all doing okay. But I have to say that last night, it shook me up a little bit.
All ended around 12:30 this morning. The suspect was found dead inside the home. Someone may be setting fires in Tracyton on the Kitsap Peninsula. Deputies are investigating a dozen suspicious fires in brush and wooded areas since late May. One damaged a bridge. Others, they say, came close to an elementary school, post office, and a Boy Scout hall. Well, it is all about Ichiro Suzuki this weekend at T-Mobile Park.
We're going to honor one of the greatest players in the history of the game of baseball. We're proud to say he was a Seattle Mariner.
That is Mariners broadcaster Rick Riz speaking ahead of Ichiro Hall of Fame weekend. The team retiring his number 51 tomorrow. And tonight, the Seattle skyline is also set to honor the M's legend. Some buildings will be lit up in blue. One skyscraper will even light up its windows to display a giant number 51. Weather forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. A gorgeous afternoon right now. Going to see mostly sunny skies today, highs topping out in the mid-70s. The weekend, we'll see highs in the upper 70s and mid-80s. Right now, 70 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News. It's the all-new Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, one fast hour to go. This one's going to be quick, people. You're not going to want to miss a second of it. Hang on to your butts.
That sucks. Oh, excuse me.
What? It sucks?
That's the best hour of the week.
This last hour?
This is the best hour of the week.
I know.
And it goes so fast.
It goes so fast.
I was out loud. I'm sorry. I get so emotional.
Listen, you're the voice of the people. This is what the people are feeling. You're voicing that for them. They can't. They're saying that to themselves right now. They're in their cars. They're
best
in their
hour of the week, people.
Workplaces, wherever they're doing, they're saying, this sucks. That's what they're saying. Whenever they hear us, they say, this sucks. And you're saying it exactly like they are.
Well, they say that throughout the show most days.
That's right.
I think the fact that this hour goes so quickly is what particularly.
I think that's what they mean.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like we get texts all the time. They say, this sucks. And I think it means because it's almost over.
It's going so fast.
Yes.
That we only get 3 hours a day.
Yes.
Right.
That's how I'm deciphering it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's get into Friday favorites. We have a lot of stuff this week. A lot of stuff happened this week, actually. And as we were looking back on the stories that caught our eye this week, I was actually shocked at how much crazy stuff happened in 1 week that we were able to cover between Monday and today. Laura, why don't you start us off? What was it that really jumped out at you?
Well, I learned something this week and potentially saved myself from a very dangerous situation that I could have been in.
Fantastic.
And no, it wasn't a poison coconut cake.
I thought for sure that's where you were going.
I did too. When Laura,
because that was honorable mention time. That was my moment of the week.
We had a biggest idiot contest
the biggest idiot?
on Monday, and we competed. And I did something stupid with my barbecue. You did something stupid.
Climbed on a roof at home
and
alone.
Laura almost killed 16 people.
I didn't almost kill 16 people.
You baked a poison cake.
You baked a
I
poison
almost
cake.
gave 16 people nausea and vomiting.
Well,
you
that's
don't know.
nothing.
No. Could have been much worse. You don't know what their reaction would have been. You could have killed them.
Anyway, what did you decide?
No one was that elderly.
But you did not serve the cake. Yeah, you did
I was taking it to a retirement community.
All right, so
No.
How are you safer this week?
I am averting crisis because a woman in Arizona took a bullet for me, so to speak. I love bats. Do you guys know this about me?
No.
I'm a big fan of bats.
I did not know that.
I love a little spelunk. I love a cave. And I love bats. And actually, when I was in Australia, I went and watched the bats fly out of these caves at dusk. And I've done that in Cambodia, too.
Really?
It's just mesmerizing. When dusk comes, they pour out of the caves in this river, this stream, and to go, eat all the mosquitoes that I hate.
You know what you call somebody who has a love of bats, by the way? I didn't know this until recently.
The bat lady?
A Gothamist.
What?
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Do you watch?
I was going to be bat something else.
Are you a? That's funny.
Anyway,
do you like the Batman movies? Is that something that you're? Do you like
No.
movies?
I like little bats. Like they're cute
Not
to me.
full-size
They hang
bats.
upside down. They have cute little noses.
They are kind of adorable.
Because she also has a cat, and I thought to myself, if she likes Batman, it's like a Catwoman thing that she.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Well,
chill.
my cat is named Rue, and I've always said that if I could ever have a bat as a pet, I would name it Boo.
Boo and Roo.
Boo and Rue.
Pretty
That's
cute.
pretty cute, right?
But what are
All
bats?
this to say.
All this to say, what are bats doing, and why are you safer because of it?
What have you learned?
This woman went to Arizona, and she was doing night photography when a bat flew into her mouth. And this was my favorite story of the week.
We love to go to national parks and see, those beautiful landscapes. And we're also interested in astrophotography. And we kind of heard and saw some bats flying around. I never would have thought that one would fly into my face. I screamed the loudest I've ever screamed, and it went into my mouth. It was a freak accident. I'm not sure what part of the bat was there, but there was definitely I got a taste of it, which was pretty gross. And it tastes a little earthy, a little sweet, if you're wondering. Now I'll know to be careful and not to open my mouth, and maybe I'll wear a mask or something as a precaution in the future.
That's insane that she knows the taste of a bat.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
And didn't she have to go through a series of rabies shots?
She did. She had to go through the rabies series. Yeah. She was with her dad, who's a doctor, and he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna need the rabies."
Hold on a
rabies
second.
shots.
All right, play this clip, and then I'll ask my question.
I was traveling, so I went to 4 different hospitals over the course of my 4 rabies shots. So now I have my close to $21,000 bill. I took a gamble, and I'm really, kicking myself now, and I've learned I'll never do that again. But Cobra's expensive, but it's more expensive to get these, $20,000 bills when a bat flies into your mouth.
This is a part of the story that I did not know, that her dad was a doctor. I knew that she was unemployed and traveling, and she decided not to get the Cobra. That's your option if you want to do it or not.
She was like, what could happen?
As I travel.
But her dad's a doctor. Like, how is it possible that her dad... How is it possible that she didn't have insurance if she knew that her dad was a doctor and how much he's charging people for things?
Well, she learned a very expensive lesson.
$21,000 she owes now.
That's what it costs to get a rabies series.
Series of rabies. Well, also she went into 4 hospitals. She probably went into emergency rooms at some point. Those are very expensive. Oh my gosh, the amount of money that costs just to go to an emergency room is crazy.
So she saved me. She saved me from this fate. I mean, I do have health insurance. Thanks, KIRO.
How are you going to fix that? Like, what did you learn? Just keep your mouth shut?
Keep my mouth shut when I go watching bats. And also just be prepared that even though my experience is watching bats before, I've always thought, oh, well, they've got the sonar. They're not going to hit me.
Yeah,
Why would they hit me?
They're designed to miss stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know where they're going.
Now I know.
They might fly in your mouth.
Yep.
Good lesson.
God, that's gross.
Lesson learned. All right, that's story number 1, Spike.
Speaking of gross.
When you're not eating bats.
This story has caught fire, and it continues to spread, if you'll pardon the pun. Was it last Friday, the first incident?
I believe it was in the recent past.
Yeah,
yes.
Someone threw a projectile onto the court of a WNBA game.
What was a projectile, Spike?
It was a fluorescent green sex toy.
Yeah.
And
it's horrible. I only laugh because I laugh when I'm uncomfortable with things.
Sure. Well, I laugh because I'm paternally a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
That's why I laugh. I'm a sophomore at heart. But the problem is it quickly became a trend.
Yeah.
And there were copycat.
It's a viral thing now that people are doing.
There have been now 4 different instances where people are throwing these sex toys, always lime green, so far.
They were always lime green until this 4th one. There's a whole betting market now. You can bet on the color of the next one. And they're trying to shut it down. The league has actually instituted new bag rules where they only are going to allow clear bags at games.
The same thing that the NBA, the NFL and Major League Baseball already does at our venues.
Although I don't think it's because they're worried about people throwing sex devices on the field.
Different problem. They don't want you to bring in food from outside.
It's all concessions.
You're going to buy the $25 garlic fries, buddy, or you're eating nothing. Yeah.
But in this case, they're trying to keep you from bringing sex devices and throwing them onto the court. 2 people have been arrested. The first guy.
All bags or just bags over 8 inches?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
They got to be clear.
They got to be clear. The first guy who got arrested, I believe, was 23, 24 years old. The second guy who got arrested was only 18. I do feel bad because I know that an 18-year-old's doing stupid things.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's being funny, but he's actually being charged with like indecent exposure, all these things, assault.
Assault because it hit it. That's when
because it hit one of the fans on the way down to the court.
His arm sucked and he couldn't get it to the court.
Yeah. He needs more practice. So Sophie Cunningham, who is one of the players on the Indiana Fever,
a star.
She's a huge star.
Yeah.
She was hit by one of these things, and she was in the leg, and she had kind of a funny reaction to it. But she was on a podcast just yesterday, I believe, and was talking with the podcast host about her family who's making jokes about it with her, which is pretty funny.
Reached out during this difficult time to show comfort and support for
during this difficult time. Here, I do think this is the way that it probably should be handled. It should be handled with like kind of a little bit of a wink, and then it goes away.
Yes.
The stronger that the league steps in and says, this has to stop, this is evil, you're doing horrible things, the bigger deal they make of it, the more people are going to want to figure out how to capitalize on this, and the bigger it gets.
Okay.
But with Sophie's mom, I listened to Sophie's mom's jokes about this. I think this is the right way.
Dude, the funny thing is like my parents and my sister, they literally text me after or before every single game, like saying good luck, like da-da-da, you know? And my mom, she goes, instead of like my good luck text, she goes, watch out for flying tonight. I never thought that I'd be talking about this with Mama P.
My sweet mom. Did you see the response to your tweet that like ratioed you?
No.
So you said stop doing on the court where you could get hurt, and someone said, well, stop playing basketball on the range. Which
that's kind of funny.
See, I mean, honestly, here's my opinion on it. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's inappropriate.
It is.
It's also funny.
Yeah.
It is fun. I think objectively, most people see this and they go, I understand why people are laughing at this and getting a kick out of this.
Sure.
But also, the WNBA is a fan viewing sport, and people are going to it and they're bringing kids. And you
Absolutely.
That's my biggest concern is I don't want kids to be exposed to this type of stuff. So that's like my biggest reason why I don't want this to continue.
Yeah.
But the WNBA is handling this horribly.
Did you see the Minnesota Lynx coach?
Yeah.
Their statement. Minnesota Lynx coach, and I forget the lady's name, I apologize. She's saying this is there have been violence and people have been throwing objects at female athletes for centuries. She's going back to the ancient Roman days, or I don't know when, but.
In her defense, what she was saying is she was saying that people have been sexualizing females for centuries in a negative way and kind of stealing their ability to do whatever they're doing because they're being overly sexualized. And she says this is overly sexualizing them. I don't fully agree with her on that. I think she's taking like too hard of a stand. I think she even like broke down. I think she even got a little teary doing it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
it's a valid message, but not the time for it.
Listen, like there's a lot of opinions about this.
Did you see the crypto conspiracy story on this?
I have not seen the crypto.
There's a crypto coin being traded right now that is a $sign and that D word, and they've made like $1.5 million
because of this.
Because since this happened, and there are people who think
crazy
this is
time.
Right?
It's a crazy time. Yeah, this is a crazy time we live in.
That's too much.
Minnesota coach, you don't need to be crying. You don't need to cry over it.
Yeah.
And you could also just say this is stupid and let's move past it.
Yeah.
If you don't, like, the best thing you could possibly do is to quit acting like it's the worst thing that ever happened in the world, because it's just going to keep happening. If they just tried to ignore it as best they can, and instead they're changing league policy on the kind of bags that you bring in.
Right.
None of these have even been carried in bags, as far as I can tell. They've been carried in like shirt pockets. Maybe somebody's stuffing them down their trousers. I don't know. But I haven't heard one report of one being found in a bag. But who knows? But they're going to require everybody to bring clear bags, and maybe that was always what was going to happen in the WNBA anyway. And we'll see what the color of the next one's going to be.
There's a betting line.
Yeah,
there is literally a betting line on how many there's going to be, what color the next one's going to be.
There definitely will be another one, for sure. There definitely will be another one. All right, let's move on to my Friday favorite. This was, I thought, interesting. Also, it's a sign of the times. It is a video. It's a type of video that I see a lot. It's a commentary on how crazy expensive college has gotten. But there was this girl who went viral. She was complaining about her student loans. She says she's paying 17%. She's never going to be able to pay these down, never going to have a house. And she's like begging celebrities to give her money. Listen to this, then we can talk about it.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never going to be able to buy one because I went to college. How does that even make sense? I signed up when I was 17. This should not be legal, bro.
What a mistake. What a mistake.
What's the mistake?
Kourtney Kardashian is the least financially viable Kardashian. You got to go for Kylie. Kylie's got the makeup line, right? Kylie's a billionaire.
She's a billionaire, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Even
but
Kendall's got the juice to help this girl. Kylie?
I think
Kourtney?
Kourtney could knock this out pretty quick, too. I think she's pretty wealthy.
She's the most annoying because she is very wealthy, but doesn't work. Like, famously doesn't work. That was the meme that went
Kourtney
viral
Kardashian
a few
does
years
it?
ago.
She doesn't work?
If you ran a business, you would know what it takes to run a business, but you don't. Her and Kim were fighting on the show.
Oh, they were fighting on the show. Oh, okay.
Just giving you guys some historical context.
But they all make a ton of money on it. They're like TV stars. They
Kylie's
got a ton of money.
Billionaire.
Yeah.
She's got her own makeup line. I get it. She's an entrepreneur. She's a trendsetter, an influencer, whatever you want to call him, but she's a billionaire.
Billionaire.
Anyway, to the larger story here.
Yeah.
You're speaking about the incredibly exploded cost of higher education.
College is crazy expensive.
Nuts.
People should also know what they're going into. Yeah. My parents sat me down before I got into college. I looked across all of the bills that I was going to have to pay, and they had a conversation with me. They said, hey, you know what? Here's what you're going to owe if you go straight through. Here's what you're going to owe if you do 2 years of community college first, which I did. Saved a ton of money. And then you just got to go into it with your eyes wide open. Kids can have these conversations with parents as long as the parents decide to have them.
Yes.
But if you help your kids sign up for $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 in debt by the time they graduate, that's a painful experience for them when they get out.
Family, for the whole family.
Could be for the whole family.
Here's a kid who's never going to be able to launch.
Yeah. Not
and
well.
Where do you think they're going to live, parents?
Yeah, no kidding. That's going to come back to bite you.
Forget renovating that basement.
Oh, 100%. But the other problem is, so I have a problem with the kids complaining about this because, nobody forced you to take those loans.
Right.
So that I do have a problem with that. I have a problem with the parents allowing their kids to take out $200,000 in debt to study underwater basket weaving or whatever ridiculous thing.
Even if it's coding.
Even if it's coding now with AI,
nowadays, right?
That's not a guarantee anymore.
Look at what you're taking on and what you're going to potentially earn as a result.
The other thing that I cannot help but also have an issue with is the insane cost of college these days and the required classes that they force you to pay for and take as a requirement to graduate, which do nothing for your life. They do nothing for your life, many of these classes.
Okay.
It's just filling the coffers of these colleges. It almost feels like a pyramid scheme because you're getting to pay a ton of money. And when you leave, you're leaving with a ton of debt and not a ton of marketable skills that are going to get you that first job.
No,
happens.
You're spot on.
It happens for a lot of kids.
I went back to schools now 2 years ago. I graduated 2 years. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I graduated with my second degree.
Cool.
And some of the classes I had to take in pursuit of a marketing degree.
Required.
Were redonkulous.
Redonkulous.
I'm taking, outdoor advertising. I'm taking retail, blah, blah, blah. And I get, they're peripheral. But I'm taking the history of this.
It's why cable packages went out the window. It's why people stopped paying for cable because they're like, I don't need 75 channels of stupid stuff that I don't watch when I'm only watching 3 that I care about.
Right.
But that's how they got those channels in there. College does the exact same thing. They're all the classes, ridiculous classes I had to take in college that I have learned that I did nothing with, and I knew at the time too. I even talked about it with my parents. I'm like, this doesn't seem like. Why should I be taking this class? They're like, well, it's required, I guess.
I'm looking for a digital marketing career. Why am I taking the history of billboards? I hear you. No.
Just give you what you want, which is why trade schools are flourishing because it's teaching you a skill that's you're gonna leave and make money instantly.
You're gonna finish your education with no debt
and a job lined up.
Yeah.
All right. I felt like I just started complaining there. I hate to do that on a Friday.
You tell them because you love them.
I tell you because I love you.
Yeah, those kids, they should...
Pyramid scheme.
And how are you just now figuring out with 17%? You're just now figuring this out today?
It's crazy. Crazy. All right. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around. There's a new trailer out for one of my favorite, if not favorite sitcom of all time, The Office. There's a sequel coming out. I think it has a fundamental flaw. We're going to talk about it next. Yes, and we'll chat about it. Stick around.
KIRO News Radio is right there with you.
A big story developing this morning
on your smart speaker before you head out the door.
Get the latest live from KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Huge impacts for Boeing and Boeing workers.
The office, the gym, anywhere.
Water, like taxes, goes all the way down to the bottom, so it'll either come out of the employee's paycheck or the lack of raise.
KIRO News Radio. We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
This hour is brought to you by Sharp Vision Modern LASIK and Lens.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earned.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia, puttering around Frenchman Bay. Your boat and RV are both protected. You're lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh, did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said, but as a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine, earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or RV with your home or auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Contractors and heavy equipment operators, get ready. The James D. Murphy Auction Company presents one of the biggest heavy equipment auctions of the summer. On the auction block, we've got 13 excavators, including a 2018 Komatsu PC-238 USLC-11, a 2015 Komatsu PC-138, and a CAT 308 mini excavator. Also up for auction, a 2020 Komatsu WA-270-8 wheel loader, a 2017 John Deere 317G skid steer, 2 backhoes, and 3 rollers. Looking for trucks? Choose from over 100 options, including a 2017 Kenworth T880 with a wet kit and 4 Vector trucks. And if you're in need of contractor's equipment, we've got a massive assortment for you to choose from. Bidding is underway now and starts closing at 10 a.m. August 14th. And don't miss your chance to preview all items August 12th through the 13th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our Marysville location. For more information, visit murphyauction.com. That's murphyauction.com.
Need a new roof, a deck, siding, windows? Get up to $3,000 off any new installation. Hi, it's Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. Home projects can add up fast, but we're here to help you save big. Book now and lock in up to $3,000 off in savings. That's $3,000 off any new installation. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
I always say, know where your food comes from. And for the best tasting food, choose locally fresh. Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. When you choose food from local family farmers like Wilcox, you support the local economy with jobs and promote environmental sustainability. Wilcox is committed to organic, humane practices that keep our hens healthy and help preserve the land. So, our family can keep on producing great eggs for another 100 years. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Saturday, August 23rd, enjoy the 30th birthday bash for University Place at Cirque Park, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Bands all day, over 50 vendors, beer garden, and family zone. Don't miss it August 23rd. Special thanks to Honest Home Solutions.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Federal funding to Washington state may be at risk after the state and Seattle were both listed as sanctuary jurisdictions. White House warning that the cities not following immigration policy could lose federal support. Seattle City Council member Bob Kettle tells Seattle's Morning News.
It's really unfortunate because, we are a welcoming city.
Washington relies on federal dollars for nearly a third of its budget, about $28 billion a year for services like transportation, healthcare, and public safety. The mayor of Pasco is tapped to serve as the next U.S. attorney for Eastern Washington. Pete Serrano is the former Republican candidate for state attorney general. He's also a former lawyer with the U.S. Department of Energy who's drawn controversy for past comments on January 6th in his debate with current AG Nick Brown. Serrano called U.S. Capitol rioters political prisoners. Remembering the life of former astronaut Jim Lovell. Here's CBS's Peter King.
Jim Lovell was the first man to fly in space 4 times, and on April 13th, 1970, these words from Apollo 13 became his most famous. An oxygen tank had exploded on the way to the moon.
O2 quantity number 2 is 0.
Somehow, in a crippled command module, the crew had to swing around the moon safely to get home. Their lunar module became a lifeboat. Lovell spoke about it in this 2015 CBS News interview.
The odds of us coming back were about 10%. As we got over one crisis, and we had another crisis, then we had another crisis, and the odds just kept going up and up and up until finally, when the parachutes finally opened, I think that we finally figured that the crisis were over.
Peter King, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
The annual Perseid meteor shower is back, lighting up the night sky over the next week. Meteorologist Ted Beener says the weather should cooperate.
The best time to see the surge of meteors in the night sky is between midnight and dawn. No special equipment is needed. Just find a wide open sky and even better, away from city lights.
And now at 2:33, we turn to the real-time traffic desk, and we start on the east side, SR 18 westbound near Tiger Mountain Summit. Disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. Got about a 2-mile backup there approaching the summit. In Everett on Highway 2 westbound, a collision blocking the right lane. This is just west of Home Acres Road right there. Rest of the map, there's a lot of red out there. Some elevated travel times for you, including about an hour-and-a-half drive now from Tacoma to Olympia. Very thick approaching JBLM, and then heavy again once you approach downtown Olympia. Looking at about an hour-plus drive from Seattle to Everett. You have those Revive I-5 slowdowns over the Ship Canal Bridge. Bellevue to Everett's also about an hour drive. Lake bridges for now are running smoothly. Bellevue to Renton about 30 minutes, and Renton to Puyallup, that's about 45 to 50 minutes. Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are in for a nice weekend, mostly clear this afternoon. The weekend also looks mostly sunny. Highs tomorrow in the upper 70s, on Sunday mid-80s. Right now, 71 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. One of my absolute favorite TV shows of all time. I would actually go out on a limb and say, I don't even think it's far out on a limb. It's definitely my favorite sitcom of all time.
Wow.
Is The Office. With Steve Carell. It's fantastic, super funny. It was a remake of the British version of The Office from early 2000s.
Right, Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
In the UK, yeah.
Also super funny. It's a different show.
Yeah, yep.
Definitely different vibe. It's a lot more awkward. It is very British and really hilarious and great. And it's only also 12 episodes, which people don't probably...
I didn't know that. The British one was 12?
Either remember or know, yeah. They do really short seasons in the UK, so they only did each season, they call them series, but each series was only 6 episodes. And then they did a Christmas special, which is pretty common. Like if you have a really big hit show in the UK, it goes away very quickly. It's different than America, where they made like...
we'll milk it to death.
Yeah, The Office have like...
We'll jump the shark, if you will.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in Britain. How many did they make in the American version? Like 240 or 250 episodes or something. A lot.
Well, you know, one of the reasons why, by the way,
sure,
when a property, a TV show that a broadcast corporation owns, achieves a certain level of product, it can then go into syndication and become a perennial money earner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
So
oftentimes
that's
shows,
the 100 mark.
Yeah, oftentimes shows are extended if they get close enough through popular demand and good ratings.
Yes,
but if they're close enough to where they'll have a syndicationable property, they are extended to reach that number.
There you go. Which is okay. So the American version of The Office had 201 episodes.
That wasn't because they were trying to milk it; it's because it was good.
It was good. Yeah. It was a really good show. 9 seasons, 201 episodes. So they're making so the show ended in 2013, and now here we are, 12 years later. They're making a follow-up. I don't know if you would call it a sequel. I guess it is kind of a sequel. It's supposedly the premise of the show is that a small little newspaper, like fledgling newspaper in a small, tiny little town, is going to be documented, documentary style, just like The Office was. That was the premise of The Office. A documentary film crew following around workers at a mid-sized paper company in Scranton, PA. And so the same premise, only set this time at a fledgling newspaper in a tiny little town. And I think the paper's called like The Truth Teller or something.
The Toledo Truth Teller, Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio. There you go. We have some audio of the trailer here. I want this show to do well. I want it to be successful because I like all The Office. I like The Office. But I do think it has a fundamental flaw. Let's see if you guys pick up on this. And is it Donald Gleason? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Donald Gleason, he plays the main character.
The brand new editor-in-chief.
Of the paper. Here's just a little taste of that.
Innovate sells products made out of paper. Toilet tissue, toilet seat protectors, and local newspapers. And that is in order of quality.
Don't take a little time while you're waiting like a factory line.
My name is Ned Sampson. I am your new editor-in-chief.
Have you read this paper?
Uh-huh.
How do you think it compares to any other paper?
It sucks. But we are going to make it better. I hope it's not too disruptive to have me come in and sort of shake everything up.
Oh, no, don't be so self-defecating.
Welcome, volunteers, to your first staff meeting as reporters for the Toledo Truth Teller. How many of you have actually written for a paper before?
No
I
hands.
wrote a paper in junior high. Not quite the same thing.
I've tweeted.
You've tweeted?
I'm in a group text.
This is terrific. Let's show them how it's done. 7 highly motivated, tenacious Buckeyes are out there hunting for news. You'd be a fool to bet against that.
Not again. I'm not agreeing to any of this.
Okay, so that's like the big funny twist at the end is Oscar from the original Office.
Yes.
He has since moved away from Scranton, PA, and gotten another job in another town as the accountant at this little newspaper. So he didn't even know that they were coming in. And then they come in the first day, and he's there, and he goes, "What? Like, what are the odds?" Yeah. The problem that I have with it is that's kind of the only time. There was maybe one line at the beginning where I don't remember what the joke was, but I slightly laughed. I didn't really laugh a lot in the trailer, which is tough. You want to get to know these characters.
It's the hook that's trying to get everybody. It's the lore.
I assume it's supposed to be a comedy. It feels like it's being presented as a comedy. The other issue that I have with it is I like Donald Gleason a lot as an actor. I think he's a great actor. He's been in a lot of really great stuff. He's got a movie out a few years ago called In Time. Is it called In Time? Did you guys see that? It's like
it's called About Time.
About Time.
Loved that.
Him and Rachel McAdams.
Yes.
It's a romantic comedy. Bill Nye.
Yes.
Really, really super original, cool idea.
Yes.
He's great. But he's great as an Englishman. And so him doing an American accent, I wonder if there is going to be just a little bit of a thing where I don't think it would have been bad for the series if he came in as like a guy coming over from the hard-hitting British tabloid journalist, whatever. Like, he's coming from Great Britain.
Okay.
He could still have an English accent. People love English accents. It's like a little nod to the
I
original Office.
I got you.
So he's coming and doing an American accent. I don't know how funny somebody is in a language that's not their native language.
That's a great fear.
So that's a fear.
Yeah.
Also, the tone of the show, the original Office had such a strong tone of like irreverent, funny comedy.
Quirky people,
irreverent, funny comedy. They weren't afraid to make like very inappropriate jokes in the original Office. And I do wonder what the appetite these days is on network television for inappropriate jokes, which I really do feel like made that show. This was a little taste of Michael wanting somebody to sit on his lap in the original version of the show.
When can I sit on your lap?
Right now. Come on over here, big boy.
He was playing Santa.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's really comfortable.
What would you like for Christmas, little boy?
I don't know. I didn't know you were going to ask me that.
What did you think was going to happen?
I didn't know. Nobody's ever let me sit on their lap before.
All right, just say some toys, please. Okay. Get off. Get off. God. Oh, God.
And Steve Carell was so over the top, and he was so funny. He like balanced that line between you didn't like him for a lot of reasons because he was inappropriate, but you also liked him because you saw that earnestly he had a good heart. He had an earnest good heart, and he meant well. Even if he was like inappropriate, he meant well. So people they had sympathy for him, and they liked him.
And he's a comedic genius.
And you're rooting for him. And I don't know if they have that. Again, I'm basing all this off of a 30-second trailer, so I could be way off.
Well, it's first off, there's the burden of expectation for this show.
Yes.
Which is tough.
It's tough.
It's tough to live up. People who love The Office are going to see this and know it's literally a sequel or representation,
rebooting kind of thing,
and you're going to have expectations,
which is what the second Office was to the British version.
Yes.
So maybe that helps.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on this. I hope it does well too. I love the fourth wall, is what they call that when you talk to the camera, like the documentary style.
Yeah, the talking
Parks
head
and
thing
Rec
they do.
Was one of my favorite all-time sitcoms was Parks and Rec. Parks and Recreation. They have the same concept.
Yeah.
Of being like an observer to this little world.
Yeah.
I don't know that the language thing I worry as much as you do about that.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to watch and see if
we'll see, because he's done various roles. I mean, all actors can do any voice, any accent. I think good ones.
And it would be a mistake if he stepped in and was like, "Oh, I'm going to be that Steve Carell character." Like, you just can't recreate that. He was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, you're never gonna.
So it would have to separate itself and be its own thing.
Right.
And maybe it can, and maybe it's going to do very well.
Interesting.
But we'll see what happens. It's got to be funny though. If it's not funny, then
that's it. Job one. You said you left one time in the trailer.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign.
But we'll see. I'm going to give it a try.
Airs next month, right? Starts next month.
I believe so.
September
on Peacock.
4th. Okay.
Yep, on Peacock. All right, we got your text messages coming up next. Stick around. Be right back.
KIRO Newsradio is right there with you.
A big story developing this morning.
On your smart speaker before you head out the door.
We get the latest live from KIRO Newsradio's Luke Ducey.
Huge impacts for Boeing and Boeing workers.
The office, the gym, anywhere.
Water, like taxes, goes all the way down to the bottom, so it'll either come out of the employee's paycheck or the lack of raise.
KIRO Newsradio. We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Did you hear?
A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-917-4635, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-917-4635. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-917-4635 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-917-4635.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Need a new roof but not in the budget? A new roof doesn't have to break the bank. Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors here. Right now, State Roofing and Exteriors is offering 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. That's 2 years with no payments while getting the protection your home deserves. But this offer won't last forever. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to get on our summer schedule now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For them, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best. Cars for Kids, your trusted charity for car donations, also accepts donations of boats, RVs, motorcycles, and real estate. Call today, 877-CARS4KIDS.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
All right, welcome Welcome back to the show. Lots of great text messages coming in all show. We read them all. We respond to as many of them as we can. And the very best of the best we like to read for you guys right now. I do want to start with one from the commenter on YouTube, Jesse, who reminds us all to make sure to pay attention to the Perseids meteor shower, which takes place this evening. Is that right? Or this weekend? It's the biggest of the year. Is that right, Spike?
I think it's on the 11th and 12th. Let me double check on that.
Oh?
Yeah, I think it's coming up. I'm not sure it's tonight. I think I would trust the texter's information above my own.
Okay.
First and
Perseids meteor
foremost.
shower.
Google tells me the date of peak is August 12th.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so stay tuned for...
It's going to start entering our night sky.
Technically, it's active, according to Google.
Yeah.
That I just looked up. It's active between July 17th and August 24th. August 12th and 13th in early hours of August 13th. So you're right, Laura. That's the biggest day to watch it.
But you can
I'm
see
right?
now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Technically, you could go out and probably see a little bit of it tonight. Just
The main thing is to try to get yourself into main thing is get yourself to an area with low light pollution.
Yes.
The further away from civilization you can get, better off it's going to be.
This is good advice for your life.
Ain't
Just
that the truth?
Low pollution. Laura, start us off.
On AI cameras that might be coming to your recycling bin in Tacoma, Unicycle Mike says, well, I'm just going to put a picture of a face in the can that hangs in there, so it'll always be blurred.
That's funny. That's a good idea.
That's
That is
really
a
smart.
Great trick.
Or the fact they can think they're dumping a human body into your that'd be great too.
You know, we can
and then
do-
the police show up. Great.
Let's print out your guys' faces and send them to anyone who asks. And you can put it inside your trash can and circumvent this
That's nice.
surveillance state.
Well, you can select which
That's
either
very
one of
nice.
us you prefer, and we'll see who does better.
Who do you want to put?
And protecting
Which
your
one of us
privacy.
would you rather recycle?
Yeah. Oh my God. Bruce in 253 says, Spike, your comment about putting pizza boxes in the neighbor's recycling bin reminds me of the meme. I don't recycle often, but when I do, I look like a raging alcoholic. That was a valuable lesson I learned in my youth. When you're going to drink, when your parents are out of town, always put the empty cans in your neighbor's recycling bin.
That's so funny.
That's valuable
Good job,
information.
Bruce. That's great.
Yeah.
425 says, hell no. Look what's happening with rental car companies and the fake damage they charge for.
What?
I can't say that I get that one. I'm still stuck on the raging alcoholic one. Look what's happening with
I
rental
guess what
car
if the camera
companies.
gets it wrong is what 425 is saying.
All they're
okay.
sending you is a warning or a notice that be more careful what you can
Well,
and can't
it's
recycle.
this is slippery slope, dude. That's how
Oh,
it
right
starts.
now they're
Yeah.
sending you a
First, they just are
non-recyclable
training the
postcard.
cameras to identify, and then the city goes, "Oh, that's great. Let's charge them." This
For
is how it
people
happens.
because there's an additional cost to filter out the contaminants of our recycling system. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
John in Shoreline says, I'm ready for robot police already. The aliens were right. We're no good on our own.
Watch out. Careful what you wish for, John.
Okay, on the Seahawks, Lennon Enumclaw says, yes, you're right. The saying is, a tie is like kissing your sister because no one wants to kiss your sister and who wants to tie. Boom.
That makes sense.
Okay.
On SNAP benefits going away for candy and processed foods, Tyson from the 808 says the N in SNAP stands for nutrition. So that makes total sense.
It does.
On a new Seattle tax on big business that will be sent to voters in November, 206 says every Seattle tax based on the number of employees just encourages companies to hire overseas. I keep saying this every time they do this. The company might not move, they just move the jobs. I know this because I am involved in implementing it.
Ooh, that hurts.
Inside information. Well, what about on-site work? What about returning to work? Can't hire overseas for that. I don't know. On taxes for cigarettes in Washington leading to smuggling, John in the 573 says, I hate that my wife and I smoke, but every time someone flies in from another state, usually Missouri, we have them bring in 10 plus cartons of cigarettes. Good Lord. Saves us hundreds of dollars, and we can actually get them on, and we can always actually get them on the reservations. We get ours in Tulalip. I thought about that too.
Yeah. A lot
That's
of people
right.
do
Tribal
that.
cigarette stands
Better
do
deal.
well. Yeah.
Absolutely. On PETA, speaking out on the Bowie unplanned grizzly encounter, Bruce in 253, who's already, all right, he's 1 for 1. Let's see if he's 2 for 2. Whenever PETA has a ridiculous demand, I have a rule. Steak that night.
Wow. Bruce, watch how much
Bruce
red
is
meat.
funny.
Watch how much red meat you're taking in,
That's
buddy. I worry
great.
about you.
I like it.
I'm not
your
going to make the
turn.
joke.
It's your
on
turn.
the WNBA sex toys, 253 says, wait till you see what we throw on the men's court.
Oh, go on.
Tit for tat. I like it.
360 says, people throw octopus on the ice in Detroit Red Wings hockey games. How do they sneak those in? Because Detroit stopped checking. They know it's coming.
During the play. They don't care about that. They're happy for it. All right, the last one here. Let's do it on these AI videos. Oh, this one was a good one. Leon Musk over there on YouTube said, I am a graphic artist. I have been doing designs for screen printing for the past 28 years. I am glad I'm at the tail end of my career. AI is intimidating. It really is. It's a wild new west. That's all the time we have.
You think Leon Musk is a real name or just a play on words?
I think it's a play on words.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a play on words.
It's interesting that his brother didn't do as well. I'm just a big fan of the show, though.
Yeah, ask for a couple bucks for your brother in retirement. Thank you, guys. Great show. Super fun week. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. It is a pleasure that we get to do this and hang out with you every day. So have a great weekend. Listen to John Curley. He's coming up next, and we will see you back here on Monday. Bye-bye.
You never know what's in store each morning once you hit the road.
We've got a major traffic alert in effect right now.
While you're getting ready every morning, make us part of your routine.
What morning, huh?
Yeah. Got off to an early start.
Just tell your smart speaker to play KIRO News Radio or stream us on the app.
Both directions of I-5 are closed.
We'll help you get where you're going faster.
Maybe bail at 512.
KIRO News Radio. We're on your smart speaker, the app, and 97.3 FM.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing